Yes, the power of life. I don't know how else to describe it, but boom, baby, boom. See, your boy Saint is blessed to get up every morning and share his wisdom and his light and his life with the world. I mean, everything's been so incremental from traveling to one place. Now I've traveled to over 50 places and returning home, and everybody loving me when I leave and loving me when I get back. And I'm so grateful for all of it. It's just such an amazing feeling to be alive and live a life. And that's what I wanted to do, is teach people how to live their life, right? Just like that. You pedal to the metal, balls to the wall, and completely unblocked from it all. I was so in my own way, like not only choosing my way, but in my own way. I was blocking my own shine. I was putting limits on my life, and I had to become unblocked. Now, we live in a culture where if we don't want to talk to somebody or we want to ignore something, we can block it. And it's a simple little button, and it can confuse people and get other people upset. But the truth is that we end up blocking ourselves. We block ourselves from blessings. We block ourselves from opportunity. We block ourselves from attitude adjustments. And that's what's happening right now. As I was talking to somebody, and I was like, I'm living my limitless life. I'm having all sorts of the life that I wanted. I wanted women to love me. I wanted to love myself so I could be loved. I wanted to travel places that I never could pronounce and come back safely. I wanted to run a business and include other people. All these things and more is what I chose to want and desire from life. And these kind of blocks were all in my own way because I placed them in my own way. The things that I was doing to myself, like growing out a big beard and not working out, showed that I didn't care for my own physicality, and I didn't care if I had a mate, or I didn't care what other people think. And when you say you don't care, literally you've lost care for yourself and for your situation. And I tell people that, and I'm like, the moment someone still tells me they don't care or can't or something, I know they mentally tapped out. I know they mentally got into themselves and said, that's beyond me, that's beyond my reach, that's beyond my scope, that's past my pay grade, as they used to say. And then we start blocking ourselves. She could never love me. Look at me, I don't have enough money. Look at me, look at you. Look at yourself long enough to count your blessings. Look at yourself long enough to see that your life has a purpose, and that there's a destiny for all of us. There's so many of us. Oh shit, Jay Martin's up in this bitch. Josephus, thank you for watching this morning. And then there's so many things that were limiting me. I could talk about him for a real second. When we're filming, I'd be so nervous that people wouldn't get my message, or how did I look on film, or oh, I gained weight or something. So coming back, and now I'm tan, I lost the weight, and I don't care what other people think. I'm gonna go live onto the scene and just do what comes to my heart. And that's some of the things most of us don't do. We block our heart, we block our shine. Like, oh, I can't love him, he might cheat on me. Or we come up with scenarios of oh, I'm not ready right now for relationships, this is this and this and that, and we put our own blocks on things. And now that I'm living my limitless life, I realize that there are no limits. There's no limits to where I can go, how many languages I can speak, how many people I can love, how much love is coming in my life. And I totally was like, wow, I do impact people's lives. Before it was like, I'm all alone in my castle, I'm all alone in my thoughts, I'm all alone in this life, and no one else cares. To now people are asking me about my truck. They're like, are you back? Welcome back. We missed you. I want to be next to you. Let me pick you up and your friend Hamilton so you can go someplace and go get it recorded. And I'm like, this is amazing. My blessings have reached to other people. My buddy was talking about bragging about posting some of his stuff, and I was like, man, I'm just so grateful that I have friends that have 10 different jet skis. I'm like, this is insanity. I know people that have never ridden a jet ski. Like I told my mom, I have a friend that's never eaten a donut out in Brazil in my life, and I'm like, out of the billions of donuts that I've eaten in my life, I think they could use one. I don't know. My mom's trying to interrupt this stuff, but that's what my mom does. And I just don't allow people to interrupt my flow. I don't allow people to tell me what my limits are. And I don't let myself put limits on myself anymore. If you want to talk to a beautiful woman, just go talk to her. Don't worry about what her situation is, or preconceive of situations like, oh, well, she probably got a boyfriend, or what. Like, man, you ain't even got to come to people like that. How about you just meet people and be genuinely yourself? And that's something that most people are scared to to do. So by the time they're scared or they pre-calculate themselves or portray their digital self-image to the world like, oh, I'm this way, right? We overcalculate, and I know myself, I've overcalculated in my life. Instead of being in flow, I try to mastermind it or make it into this big ass chess game or make these critical moves that didn't move me ahead. It actually sabotaged my growth. It sabotaged me from being the full me that I could be because I was too worried about what that person would think or what they would do or what's up with me. And that kind of shit started to fuck with me. It started giving me mixed results. And that's not something you want. You want real results. You want something in your life. You go, damn, there we go. Dave Childress is in the house. That's what's up, bro. Thank you for hollering at me. And all these things that we assume, we pre-assume, they used to say back in the day, don't cross the bridge, don't cross the bridge before you cross it, or something to that effect. And that's what we'll do. We'll go, oh no, she probably won't like me, or I can't afford it, or we don't have enough money. And that's one of my favorite ones. It was like, we don't need money to build things. We need a good attitude. We need a good perspective. We need a good start. A lot of the people that are around you that have amazing billions, $1 trillion businesses is like your boy Apple or Under Armour, who started in their mama's garage, right? Not even their own garage, inside their mom's garage, tinkering away to make the world's most successful business. Come on now. Everyone has a start. Everyone has a fear to overcome. Everyone has this imbalance in them, and that's where I wanted to unlock it. That was Saint's addiction, to turn that negative into a positive. Okay, so you're OCD, good. Then you're going to be detailed on your businesses and your taxes and all the paperwork that needs to be done, right? It's like, what? I thought I was complaining a second ago. Yeah, you were talking about OCD. I was talking about the control and obsessive control disorder. Obsessive compulsive disorder. You're obsessive. Take that obsession and turn it into a positive. That's what Saint's addiction was about. If I was going to be addicted, trying so hard for sugars and pussy and cocaine, how about if I tried hard, if I wanted to make shirts or do my taxes or make my life a better place? And that's something that any one of us can do. And I encourage and admonish people to do it, is just be yourself fully, being able to unlock yourself and say, hey man, myself has an awesome self and I have awesome possibilities in my future. I'm going to plug this in. My phone was dead, about to die. But there's so much for all of us to be like, yo, everything that I got in my life was me getting out of my own way, somebody loving on me and shining on me, and me being strong enough to take that opportunity and make something out of it, instead of being scared of what could happen or preconceive all these things to make myself more nervous or stutter my growth or fuck with my change. I can change myself. I can change myself. We can change our situations, and that's brilliant, for us to be able to go, okay, look, man, I don't like the way that I look. Let me start shaping myself. I was watching it last night, or the other night, with what's your boy Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Pumped Up, or whatever that was called. Pumped. What did he do? Pumping Iron. And it was like, you could shape yourself. You want your chest to be bigger? Concentrate on your chest. You want to be not afraid to talk to hot women? I hear your boy Marky saying, I'm like, why am I even nervous? I used to not be nervous. Came up with my own anxiety. Came up with my own nervousness. Came up with my own excuses of why am I not successful? It was because I keep stopping. I keep going into other directions and looking for distractions and looking for excuses and other things, when I just want to concentrate on the things that make me successful and just be focused and execute things. And that's execute over excuse. That's your boy Marky Saint. That's Saint's Anarchy. I make these shirts to flip people's perspective, because that's all it is. That all I can offer is their change in behavior is going to change their outcome, and that's just pure psychology. So for all of us out there, we all have blockages. We all have these things that we let get in our way where we shouldn't. We really shouldn't. We let it get out of our own way and say, look, man, I want new opportunities. The only way I'm going to do that is by setting myself up with a new reaction, and that's all that it's going to take, is just a new approach, new tactics, new perspective. And that's your morning marijuana motivation. On my heart from the start, your boy Marky Saint, Saint's Addiction, peace and love. I love my life, and I love doing this show. I love sharing it. I love everybody rising up. That's what we're going to do. We're going to rise up. We're going to shine on, and we're going to be the best things we can be. And that's all I can ask for people. So thanks for tuning in. Like, follow, share, subscribe if you got anything out of this. And as always, Chigapan. That means goodbye, but not forever, in Phoenix. And I will see you on the other side. Peace.